in the world of chapters and videos. Once again, to protect their daughter from the cold, he took out $2 million from his bag and set it on fire. This act was done by a person whose 1 year's income was more than the entire yearly sales of McDonald's. Pablo Escobar. Viewers, in the era of 2020, he was the king of cocaine trucks, and was once considered the ruler of the drug world. Viewers, Pablo's drug smuggling network made him extremely wealthy, indeed. Many lives were destroyed because of it, and the money he earned was from illegal means. But even then, Pablo Escobar managed to earn $30 billion. After the Sultan of Brunei, he was the second richest man in the world. If Pablo were alive today, his $30 billion would be equivalent to $58 billion. Pablo would be the 8th richest person in the world today. Pablo Escobar's drug supply network was so powerful that 80% of the entire American cocaine supply was provided only by Escobar's network, and 80% of the world's supply depended on Pablo Escobar's cocaine. This dangerous supply network was operated from an island, and that island was completely owned by Escobar. There was even a fledged airport built in that island as Escobar's headquarters, where cocaine-loaded airplanes used to land under the excuse of refueling. And during that time, some of the packages were taken out and put into small planes which were then sent to America. This process didn't happen once a month or once a week. It happened 5 to 6 times a day, every day. 15,000 kilograms of cocaine was sent to America. That made 540,000 kilograms of cocaine a year. Yes, in an entire year, Pablo Escobar sent 540,000 kilograms of cocaine to America. At that time, in America, the price of 1 kilogram of cocaine was $70,000, which means that in 1 year, Pablo Escobar sold $37.8 billion worth of cocaine just in America. And this continued for 16 years. Experts believed that cocaine Escobar used to sell for $70,000 per kg actually cost him only $5,000 per kg. Pablo Escobar used to pay his pilots $500,000 for just one flight, even after paying bribes. Escobar used to save $60 million every single day, which adds up to $22 billion per year. To understand how much money that really is, consider that Madonna made $21 million in sales in 2019, while Pablo Escobar's profit in 1981 alone was $22 billion, which means more than the global sales of McDonald's. And it's clear that Pablo Escobar used to keep this enormous amount of money in cash to bind the bundles of cash. $1,000 worth of rubber bands were used daily. Yes, $1,000 just for rubber bands. That's $30,000 a month and $365,000 a year spent on rubber bands. Remember, the annual salary of US President Donald Trump was almost equal to the cost of rubber bands used on Escobar's cash. Obviously, such huge amounts of money couldn't be stored in banks. So to store the money, giant containers were built in that island, where the cash was kept inside drums. Every year, 10% of that stored money was either eaten by rats or destroyed by moisture and water. It is believed that Pablo Escobar had so much cash that it couldn't even be counted. So the money was weighed, calculated, and bundles were also prepared based on weight. One huge decision Escobar made to avoid the police wars to take refuge in the mountains of Medellin with his children at that time. His daughter was cold, and there was no other way to keep her warm. So he took $2 million in cash out of his bag and set it on fire. Yes, $2 million. This story was shared by Pablo's son in a media interview after death, and as with such a life, there is always a price. In 1993, Pablo was killed in a police encounter. The tales of Pablo style remain a legendary example in the world today, that no matter how rich a person becomes, they will have to leave all their wealth behind in this world.